What's up, everybody? It is Ryan, Zip, and Christian. We are coming to you once again from the Elwood Hotel in beautiful Lexington, Kentucky for the 2025 Lexington Toy and Comic Convention.
Saturday night bonus episode.
That's right. So you guys get an extra episode because we definitely want to get into what we saw today and had fun with. The VIP party is happening currently, I guess.
We're not VIPs.
We're not VIPs, so we just came back to the hotel. Shout out to Mad Mushroom Pizza, man. That was some good stuff.
Good cheesy.
Yeah. We
got plenty left, too.
Yeah, we got tons left. Saturday was fun. We're obviously extremely tired.
We got there early.
Yeah, we had to get there early for, hopefully some of you guys saw the photos of William Shatner. That I posted on our Facebook page earlier today. It was a great panel. We weren't allowed to record, but I did record.
You're gonna get it. We're never gonna get press passes again.
So much in trouble. I'll think about it. I don't. Maybe I won't.
Whatever. I was gonna tackle him, but then I'd get
Thank
banned.
you, Billy Ray, for liking the stream.
Shout
out to Billy Ray, who was also there. Got some cards signed.
He met Sting too.
Met Sting. He got Sting's signature. He got Ron Simmons. He got John Bradshaw Layfield
too, right?
He was getting Trish's as we saw him the last time we saw him. That's what I showed him our picture, which I should have thrown up. I should have it thrown up.
It's all right. It's
Again,
all right. We'll get it later.
Can't do it.
It's good. We'll wait till I blow it up.
Thank you, baby Kush. Love you.
When I blow the picture up,
Kush like the stream.
8 by 10
Kush.
feet, dude. Big picture of our poster, our new 4 Horsemen poster. I'm gonna put it.
Why don't you grab it real quick?
I'm gonna put it on shirt, dude. Like this.
Go grab it real quick.
Like even if it was just a silhouette of us.
So yeah, they can't see that shit.
I was trying to get the light on it.
If you could see that, it's hard. The TV helps. So obviously that's Sting there on the God. I'm so old. I used to be able to do this in my sleep.
Does that help? I'm trying to shine a light
Okay.
on it.
There you go. That's Sting there on the far side of my thumb. That's me, Christian, and Lex Luger. And we're holding up the 4s. They actually let us hold up the 4s. So as far as I'm concerned,
we're back.
We're members of the 4 Horsemen. So,
Look out, Ric Flair.
Yeah, we're all here. No, that was a great experience. Thank you, my friend. That was a gift from Christian.
I'm very excited about that picture.
Very, very, very gracious.
That's the best one. Like I said, that's the best.
That's a good one.
Photo I've
that
ever
is
gotten.
a good one, and it was obviously an honor to meet Sting and congratulate Lex for being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Another shout out to you, Lex.
Like I don't think I would have got the picture. It was just Sting, but Sting and Lex, I kind of
that's something that was something because you asked me. You said, do you want Trish and Lita or do you want Sting? And I was like, dude, I don't even know. That's hard.
I think it was an extra $50 for the boys. Well deserved though.
I don't know what I would have done. I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm a cheap fuck.
Well, you should have heard his comments looking at Trish. She was the hottest girl there. And she wasn't even cosplaying.
Would you shut up?
She knows.
Oh, gosh. It's cool seeing all those guys. And the Hardy
Dylan
boys
McDermott was hot, too. I mean, Dermot
Mulroney.
It's about to call him McElroy or something.
This is the funniest thing that's happened.
Dermot
all day.
Mulroney and Dylan
all day long.
No, it's Dermot. I'm still confused, dude. I just be quiet.
All day long, Christian has been calling Delman. Now you got me screwed up.
Dylan Mond.
Now you got me screwed up. I don't even know.
Dermot Mulroney is his name. There we go.
Dermot Mulroney. Well, Christian kept calling him Dylan McDermott all day long. He kept saying, "I'm going over to the Dylan panel." I said, "Who the fuck is
I was gonna ask
Dylan?"
Dylan a question, dude.
It's like, who is Dylan?
It's like Predator Dylan.
Signed picture of what, Sammy Z? What did I say I'd get you a signed picture of?
I think my brother-in-law got a signed Felicity Day picture.
Yeah. Oh, man. Felicity Day's panel was great. She's such a nice person. You know, she's such a
unique voice and
wonderful person. I wish I could have interviewed her, but she doesn't do interviews, but she's all about creative contenters. So...
What other panels?
I'll let you.
The Power Rangers panel. We saw
Power Rangers panel was great. I actually since you bring that up, I have an exclusive clip here. So you guys know that I'm big into the Henry Cord and stuff like
Jason
that.
David Frank stuff. You love JDF,
right? You know I love all that stuff. Well, we got some people talking about the Orange Turtle. That's who you want an autograph from. All right, I'll see what I can do tomorrow, buddy, if he's still there. I didn't really see him today. Captain Squirrel Hunter, you're more of a horseman than Paul Roma. You got a point there, brother.
Hell yeah, man.
You got a point there. All right, I want to show you this exclusive clip. This is during the Power Rangers. Of course, you guys know that I follow Power Rangers. I followed Jason David Frank and his career with Bat in the Sun, and I'm following.
Do you know the names of the people that were on the panel, or should I look it up?
Jason Faunt. Oh God, the girl Michelle something from
Charlie. Her name was Charlie.
Her name was Charlie in Power Rangers Once and Forever.
Oh, I thought that was her real name. That's what somebody asked her.
No, that's her name in the show. Steve Cardenas, who was the replacement for Austin St. John, and
was he the one on the right?
He's the one with the suit on.
The one on the right, or was that No, that was Rocky, right?
Rocky was the middle dude.
Not the one on the side.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Who was the one on the side? The one with his own production.
That was the guy.
That's the one name we can't think of.
Yeah, I can't. But he was the
Filipino.
He was the Blue Time Force Ranger. I can't remember his name. So
I will look it up.
But while Christian looks that up, I want you guys to check out this clip. Again, this is Jason Faunt discussing Legend of the White Dragon.
I mean, Jason had come to me and said, hey, I want to do this movie that has a more mature feel, that's darker, and I want you to come in and be right beside me. We always love to talk acting and scene study and do all that stuff, so I was like, I'm in. Bat in the Sun is those guys do tremendous work, so we did it. Jay took that role very, very seriously. He really wanted this to be like a new jumping off point for him, so he was very specific on set to everything happening. But then when we weren't around people, Jay was very silly. He was very silly. That was kind of our relationship together. So, but these guys are working hard on it. I can promise you guys it's done. They've gone through a lot with everything happening to kind of add an extra 8 minutes of screen time so it can be theatrically released. I think picture lock happened like a week ago. So it's coming. I promise you it's coming, and it's gonna be really, really good. And I haven't seen the finished product yet, but I have high hopes it'll be fantastic. It'll be a nice, something to recognize him. Yeah.
All right, there you have it from the horse's mouth.
5 words you pronounced wrong.
Hush.
2 years.
Hush.
What is happening?
Dementia is now known as type 3 diabetes, according to the Mayo Clinic, where doctors have made a shocking discovery that changes everything we know.
Autoplay in our videos.
Yeah, it's autoplaying our videos here. There we go. Sorry.
It said it was a Q&A with Jason Faunt, Michael Copon,
Michael Copon
Cardenas, and Charlie Kirsch. Her name was
Kirsch. Okay. What was her name in the damn show? I can't remember. Anyway, that was Jason Faunt talking about the Legend of the White Dragon is the name of it.
I knew it was white
the
something.
last film that Jason David Frank had been participating in before his untimely death. Jason Faunt was a part of the cast.
How long they've been working on that one?
A while.
Got started?
About 4 years, I think. But you heard Jason Faunt say that they did picture lock, which I think means they've locked in all the effects and coloring is what I think. I looked that up when he said that. And that's kind of the definition I got of that. But that's for all of the resilient army out there that may be watching. Zip's out there trying to get the scoop. Trying to get.
He also mentioned something about adding some minutes so they could get
Yeah,
it before they
eight
made
additional
it,
minutes.
feature
If
length
you didn't
or
hear what he said, 8 additional minutes to get it to feature length, so that it could actually go into theaters.
What does that mean? Is there like a rule, like it has to be long enough to be in a theater?
I guess.
Sure.
I guess. Sammy Z made a crack about me being old. Thank you, Sammy. I appreciate you being nice.
Yeah, we were too tired to go to eat at this K-pop restaurant, the Korean barbecue. We didn't want to have to cook
You didn't
our
want
own
to cook
food.
your own food, yeah.
We were too tired.
Well,
we
it was
both
expensive,
are.
too.
Well, we both were too tired.
Oh, my feet. I told
You were laying down by the end.
I was at the Comic Con test. I actually laid down. I
at the
almost
cosplay
passed out.
competition, dude. It's like when you lay down during Ghost at Sonic Temple. It's like let's
Exactly.
just
I was
leave,
like,
dude. He's done.
I was done, dude. Stick a fork in me. I was done.
Reminds me of like being at Disney at closing, dude. And you're just in the stroller out. Done.
Dude, at Disney, I'd be in a stroller now and out. Honestly, at this age, Disney's so damn crazy. Anyway, that was a great panel from the Power Rangers.
Yeah, I guess since this is a special episode, we don't have a format. We're just
we don't
talking
have
about the
news or
con.
anything. We already covered the news.
So should we talk about Shatner first?
Let's talk about Shatner.
He was talking about horses, and then he talked about how beautiful it was going to space and how upsetting it was, how the planet's been ruined by humans and everything's going to die. He started talking about seals.
Oh, Bill.
And seals, how they got clubbed.
Bill,
He's
yeah.
a 93-year-old man who's been to space
good old
and lived
Bill.
quite a
Yeah.
life.
He got emotional talking about going to space. I mean, you could tell his voice started breaking.
Well, a lot of people are different after the election, dude. You could hear the people at the show.
Christian's different. That's our new running joke.
I'm not the only one, though, either, dude.
No, you're not the only one. Everybody's. It's a different world. Saw the Target with a Raising Cane's behind it.
Yeah.
There's all kinds.
We
of
went
stuff
to Slim
in here.
Chickens instead of Raising Cane's.
Slim Chickens was good, not as good.
Well, I
in
thought
my
it was
opinion.
cool. I thought it was Raising Cane's only has one thing.
Well, so does the other.
No, they
okay,
didn't.
Okay,
I got a macaroni and cheese bowl,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah, you're right. My fault.
So there.
Well,
And they had jars of cake
I still prefer
at Slim Chickens.
I still prefer Raising Cane.
What about that other one? Guthrie's?
Guthrie's.
Go-throughs? I've never been there.
Guthrie's is good. Me and Kush get Guthrie's, didn't we, baby? We just got it the
Is
other
it better
day.
than Cane's, though?
No. Nothing is better than Cane's, except maybe Zaxby's. That
But
place
we haven't ate there.
down the road. Yeah, we haven't ate there yet. So
Who knows?
we went in the vendor area. I've got some videos and.
Did you buy more stuff today?
No, I didn't buy anything today. Thank God. Close to buying some stuff. Well, I told you they have the dagger.
Oh, yeah. You
For
were
the
looking
Sword
at
of
that.
Omens.
The one that goes
Yeah.
with the Thundercat sword.
That is,
It has
it's
the eye. It has
dagger
the
size,
eye
right?
right
It's
there.
dagger size until he calls on
and
the
the hilt.
power.
You were also like the hilt. They had two different
The two
hilt
different
things.
dagger hilts, one with the cat's eyes and one with them down. And I was like, I asked the guy how much, and he said $50, and they were like $25 more than the rest of the daggers. And I was like, damn.
You saw a cool Christopher Reeves variant.
Oh my gosh, that was They had the the owner of the vendor. He got me. I saw a Superman 3, the evil Superman variant from McFarlane that just came out last year, I think. And it's in the stack of McFarlane figures, kind of just like sitting there, just like. All the McFarlane figures were like $30, right? $40.
Oh, okay.
And I turned to look at the guy. I'm like, how much for this one? And he's like, $80.
That's an expensive one.
And what I say to him, I said, good man.
You know your
Good man. You know what you're doing. So, good man. Look at these horrible tattoos these people are doing.
I was waiting on you to make a comment about it.
God. We're watching, what's that show called?
This is Ink Masters,
Ink
but I guess
Masters.
this is just a clip.
But these are clips we're watching just on
horrible.
YouTube.
This is like horrible portraits, dude. This one.
It's just so terrible.
Looks like sloth.
We're gonna have to get a camera and like turn it around. You think everything looks like sloth?
Well, there was a lot of sloth masks at that place.
There's one.
I feel like there was another sloth mask, something I saw that was slothy. Maybe it wasn't a mask. Dude, the worst mask we saw was that black zombie from the City of the Dead. Remember that?
Oh yeah. They had
Land of the Dead, maybe. I don't know that. I don't know.
Yeah, it was Romero's last movie before he passed away.
I don't know if he had a name. He was just the zombie with the gas pump.
Well, he had a patch on his shirt.
Oh, okay, that's what you're going.
Fred or some shit. I can't remember.
Gas pump zombie.
Yeah, the black guy. I mean, from Land of the Dead.
But man, that was a bad mask. It looked like something else.
Dude, it was terrible. And then the guy had like a half-assed.
It was like the
creature
mold.
from the Black
it was like
Lagoon.
the mold from it, or some kind
Yeah, it
of
was like
prototype.
white. It was like completely white.
Yeah.
Well, he had a cool one.
Yeah,
that was up by the entrance that you could take a picture with.
Yeah.
But then he had one you could buy at his booth, but it was like in fucking 8 pieces, and it was white.
I didn't understand. It
I
looked
didn't
kind of
get it.
styrofoamy too.
I didn't get it. What's Sammy's typing here? I'm not lying to you, Dad. If you see a Batman Batwing, get that. And say, I can't get that because Kush says it won't fit anywhere. So I can't get that.
I saw a big expensive Batmobile that was like $800 or something.
So some of those Batmobiles are very expensive. I had my eye on Batman the Animated Series unsealed Batmobile box, still in the box. Tape has not been removed. That's really, really good.
How much did they say that one was?
I think they wanted $100 for it, if I recall.
They said like, wasn't they? They mentioned that there was one online that
Well,
was
there's
like
the
in
ones
shrink wrap
online
or
that are
something.
open.
Yeah.
That have the tape cut are going for like 60 and 80 and shit.
Gotcha.
I think so. It was a fair price. Again,
Sure.
I blew my load on the sort of open. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you straight up. And also on William Sadler's autograph, but I'm damn happy with my purchases. So I have no complaints whatsoever, and we had a wonderful day.
It was funny. Two people. The first question, Shatner was talking about wild.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about
stallions.
Shatner. Okay, so
The first two
yeah,
people
go
were
ahead.
he has a house here in Lexington, owns a property, and talked about how he had a horse or something. Because I guess Lexington.
I guess if you live in Lexington. If
Is
you
this
live in
where
Lexington,
the
you
Kentucky
gotta have
Derby is? That may be it. That's probably be it. That's got to be it, right?
maybe it's either here or Louisville.
Because there's like statues of horses here. It's weird, dude. I'm like, what is with this town and the horse worship? Jesus pony?
Jesus pony. I love that. Yeah, it is. It's a horse town.
And
you know?
and so people had
Yeah.
questions about horses. So we're at the Shatner panel talking
Well,
equestria.
that first girl stood up and she started talking this nonsense about some kind of rescued horses or some shit. And it sounded like she was going to ask William to like buy one or like adopt them. It was really weird, man. It was a weird panel.
The Super Mario guy asked a horse question too,
Dude,
and he
William
was another
Shatner
weird boy.
could not figure out the fact that this.
Why do you have coveralls on?
He couldn't figure it out. He's like, it's
Super Mario. He said you were here to worship Super Mario.
You're
That
here
was
to
a
worship
weird
Super
thing
Mario,
to say.
but you came to see me.
And he was
we're
like, and then he was like, you only worship horses here in Lexington.
Yeah,
Idiot.
yeah.
Get your Mario out of here. No, that's not what he said. Oh, it was just funny because me and Zipper, I mean, it was like 40, 30,
Dude, we're sitting
20
there
minutes
going-
of horse talk.
We're sitting.
And they're talking about wild stallions and how the mayor's going to get pregnant and he put them with them and they. And he's talking to the Super Mario guy about what's his favorite thing about horses. And he's like, I like wild stallions. He's like, oh yeah, why do you like the wild stallions? And then he's like,
Oh, my
because
God.
they're like, you know, they work together and they protect the herd. And Bill's like, I was hoping you were going to say because they're wild.
Because they're wild.
They're wild.
Dude, you just reminded me of all. Dude, it was ridiculous. It made no sense at all. We're sitting there, me and him are looking at each other going, what the fuck is happening right now? Is this like a. And then he like made a comment
We were
because
at the horse convention.
I guess the bull riding is next door at the convention center, so he started talking about that shit. And I mean, dude,
the rodeo was in town.
it was a weird panel, but I mean, again, like you said, the guy's 93, bless his heart.
That was cool though when the astrophysicist started talking to him. But then we got a science lecture. Dude learned about
I
photons.
could not. Hold on just a second. Sammy's commenting. Sammy, give it a rest. I could not find a Freddy Funko. He can tell you. I was looking. I looked everywhere. The only one I found was like $800. I ain't buying
Yeah, you
that.
asked the people, and they're like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, they were like, "Who?" And I was like, I don't know. So there you go. I do not. I'll try to do what I can. Stop clogging up the chat. Anyway, I'm sorry.
You know, it's like
Photons?
It's like Felicia Day was saying though. You don't have to respond to everybody in the chat.
Oh, okay, that's true. Yeah,
For your mental health, Zip.
Felicia Day. Yeah.
Her panel was better than Shatner's.
Well, I didn't know. See, I've only known her as the actress. I didn't know all this other shit,
What do
like
you-
about board game. I didn't know.
Well, I mean, that's like, I mean, it's not like she designs them; it's just plays.
No, I'm
them.
saying like, but apparently she's very into the culture and into the Twitch, like the gaming stream and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's why they introduced her as like one of the queens of nerddom. Nerddom.
I mean, that's pretty heavy. Look at that baby. Ooh, look at that nose. Looks like it's got an ass on its nose. Anyway,
tight butthole
yeah.
on the middle of that kid's nose.
Anyway,
What was the next?
the next what? Oh, photons. Remember you were talking about photons?
Yeah, he started talking about the asteroids
Yeah,
and all that. How they crashed into the Yucatan Peninsula back billions of years ago. That's another thing he was all excited about, was how things were
And
billions.
there was an
billions of years old.
actual
Yeah,
astrophysicist
that he was
that came to the panel, and Bill just brought him up to the front, and they had
That's
like
where
an
they're talking
entire.
about
It was like a
photons and-
fucking TED talk. I
I
swear
told
to
you
God.
it was a science lecture.
Yeah, yeah. And
I was
it
about
like,
to tell you I dropped out of school not to hear this stuff.
Then they finally started talking about Star Trek. Finally, about 10 minutes left in the panel,
Yeah,
but
it was funny when he mentioned Leonard.
he is a
Nimoy.
lovable dude. He's a lovable guy, man. He really.
Yeah, we could have listened to him talk all
I'm
day
telling you,
about
he
horses
is.
and anything else. We would have been wondering what was going on. But
I mean, you totally see how his voice made him so famous. I mean, because he, like Christian said, I mean, I could have sat there for 2 more hours and heard him talk about the horses. So I don't want it to sound like we're complaining about it. It was just kind of weird, is what we're saying.
it was unexpected.
yeah,
for sure.
Okay, yeah, unexpected for sure.
I wasn't aware that Shatner was a horseman,
I didn't know Shatner was a horseman.
centaur.
So yeah, I didn't know he was a horseman. I didn't know he was a rider of Rohan.
But Felicia Day was good. Yeah.
Felicia Day was good.
It's funny she kicked the moderator guy out, and she's like, "I'm sorry, I
Yeah,
don't
she's
like
like,
doing
I
it
don't
this
have
way."
moderators. And I was like, damn.
No wonder Joe looked upset while he's walking
Joe
out.
did look upset, didn't he? So we're just kidding. We love you, Joe, if you're watching. Joe did a great job. Let me just tell you, all the moderators, that guy in the Power Rangers room, I don't know his name. He had a question for Felicia.
Seemed like he knew Jared.
Yeah. Everybody knows Jared. That's the thing about this con. It's like a family.
Well, at the Power Rangers one, he was talking about how Jared started it by bringing
Yeah.
in Power Rangers. And stuff,
Jared
kinda.
started it by bringing in Jason David Frank.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it started. That's really who started it, and started the Power Rangers coming in. Of course, they had other celebrities, but it was that relationship that Jared had made with JDF that really made the difference,
Yeah.
and made it a huge international now.
I wish they had.
I mean, I heard accents this year. I haven't heard accents.
You know, that last time we came when they had those cool pictures on the wall of like the Power Rangers and stuff, I didn't see
that
those
was
this year.
I think that was the year he passed. I think.
Okay,
It
well,
was
they
like
had
a
other
mur- that
people
was like
on
a
there
mural
too. Those big wall.
Well, I mean, but
It was
he
a nice
was.
thing to look at. They should have put it back up if they didn't have any new ones. I miss it.
So anyway, the Power Rangers panel, they discussed several things. Charlie was, of course, the youngest member of the cast, only been in one feature, which was the anniversary episode.
It
which
sounded
Steve
like she
Cardenas
might
was
be
in
a
it.
championship martial artist too.
She's a practicing martial artist. Yes.
World champ.
it'll be interesting to see where she goes in the next few years for sure.
Yeah, I was like, I need to watch that.
Jason Faunt, he just seemed like a charming dude. Just
Were they
happy to be
serious
there.
about him not knowing martial arts and just being cast as
Oh, yeah.
face?
Oh yeah. I mean, a lot of the Power Rangers after that first set. I mean,
It wasn't a requirement.
well, I mean, it was like a plus if you did. I don't know because I don't know how much karate Amy Jo Johnson knew, so I don't even know if it goes back that far.
Well, it
Or-
seemed
or
like
does it go back
Well,
that
that
far?
Charlie girl clearly is qualified.
Well,
in
no,
martial
she is,
arts.
yeah, for sure. And
So it's like,
and they
does
all
it
did.
matter now? Do they want it now? I don't know.
don't
It depends
know.
on how they're shot. Because I don't know. I don't know anything about it. What is the Sentai
I really like-
stuff? What's that mean?
Sentai is the Japanese show that Power Rangers came from.
But they
The
like,
footage.
but they like, yeah. So is that just the big fights, or is that the people in suits?
People in suits.
So I don't understand.
I'll explain this to you. So
None of the people ever wore suits on the
you
show.
got to think about the first season of the show. Okay, don't think about the other seasons.
Yeah, sure.
Think
That's
about
the
the
only
first
season I ever know.
If you watch the first season, they morph and it cuts to them in their costumes, and you never see their faces. You hear their voices.
Sure, yeah.
What Haim Saban did was he took the fight footage from the Super Sentai program, which was a completely different storyline than what Mighty Morphin Power
So they
Rangers
still
was.
shot new stuff with the suits on. That's
later,
what I'm wondering.
Later.
Oh,
later.
not the first season.
Not the first season. Well, I take that back. I think they shot some shots like in the
they had to
command
at least
center.
get in a suit. The first
Well,
season
I
or
think they
something.
got some shots in the command center and maybe a couple shots with their helmets off, but there was very little action. That's what she was saying about the suit. She couldn't lift her arms because, again, they weren't meant to be flexible. They were meant to be show.
Well, somebody,
American
I don't know if you were
audience.
in there when the person asked about, like, they asked them how much of the Senpai stuff.
Yeah.
Did you guys
Sentai.
have to watch any Sentai?
Super Sentai.
Okay, because they were asking, they were like, no, we didn't really watch. Only one of them was like, yeah, we kind of watched.
Again, until streaming has come around in these last few years, you couldn't get the shit.
Well, it seemed like they were asking, like, did the
Right.
producers
Did
show
they
it
make
to
you watch
Yes,
Super
that's what they
Sentai?
were
Right.
saying,
And they
yeah.
all said no.
Except, well, one of them didn't, and he was like, it really impressed me how the writers came up with the stories using that stuff. It's like, how do we make a story with this?
Yeah, exactly.
That
And I
makes
mean,
sense.
if you watch some of that Super Sentai stuff, it's a little out there. I mean,
I did have one question I wanted to ask them, but I was unsure since I'd never seen all those other. They were
good because I had a question I wanted to ask Rocky, and I'll say that after yours. Go
well.
ahead.
I would have asked, what was your? Well, I was saying, I'm not sure if the other seasons followed the first formula where there's like just a different monster kind of each week. Because I was going to ask, like, what was your favorite monster or any like monster that you thought
that
was
would have been a good
dumb?
question.
Well, I didn't know if that's what it was like in the later seasons.
Well, I'm sure they watched the episodes though.
Okay. No, I'd never seen it. I don't think Charlie said she
I was in the
watched it.
show, and I'm not. Well, like I said, the only thing she's been in is Once and Always.
No, I meant she said, they were like, you're the only one that was born after the show came out.
Yeah, she wasn't even born when the damn show came out. I was like, Jesus. But again, a great panel, and the guy from the Filipino guy, what would you say his name was?
Cobalt or something?
I don't remember.
Cobalt?
Cobra Commander? Is that what you're trying to say?
Cobalt.
This guy, he was the Blue Time Force Ranger, and he, after leaving Power Rangers, he left Hollywood and went back to the Philippines and actually started his own film production company.
I don't know if he said he went back to the Philippines. He said he went home.
Oh, well, okay. Well,
Just in case,
said he's from the Philippines, so I was like, okay.
I don't know. It just seems like it'd be weird to start a production company in the Philippines.
Okay. Well, he did say his mom was white, so I guess that maybe he did mean another state. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm mistaken, and he meant.
He's another one that was like, it was nice seeing people with my color of skin that I could idolize.
Yeah. He said he identified with Steve Cardenas in that way, that he was kind of a darker skin tone, just like ASJ too.
Yeah. And that's why people hate it.
yeah,
And that's
people
the whole
hate it.
reason we need it. Idiots. Change.
You're not lying.
It's a different world.
You're not lying. It's a different world.
Soleil Moon Frye was almost as hot as Trish Stratus, if we're still
Oh, yeah?
talking about that.
I caught a brief glimpse of her as we walked past.
Oh, I forgot to look for David. I didn't see any of David boarding hands.
I saw him once briefly.
I forgot to ask Amelia if she checked.
I don't really care about him though. He's never been anything I've ever cared about.
I'm still trying to find those
Come
guys.
on, find the name. God damn.
Well, I'm not sure if I'm the right. There it is. Michael Copon.
Michael Copon.
Copon.
Okay, Michael Copon. That was a really great story, and he's apparently he's got movies that are being made.
You can
with
watch
Scott
them on
Adkins
Amazon
and,
right now, dude.
Movies with Michael J. White and that he's making, and that's a great success story for a Power Ranger, no doubt about it.
Dermot Mulroney had a good panel, dude. They talked about the family stone, my best friend's wedding. It's funny they talked about my best friend's wedding, how everybody's still mad about it. It's like 30 years later, and people still drives people crazy.
Yeah, I bet it does. It probably drives a lot of people crazy.
Because I guess he didn't end up, or somebody didn't end up with the right girl or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. You know, it was a
think
lot.
I know.
There was a lot of women in the panel that were excited to see him.
I'm sure there were. Yeah, he was like, I'm going to go. I was like, I'm going back up to the vendor room.
Apparently, he's in Chicago Fire now on
Is he?
TV. He's talking about apparently he's never done like a full season of TV. Like he's only in for a little bit of the season. He's never
I
made
guess
it.
that's true,
Never
yeah.
made it a full season.
Dude, I loved it when you were talking about the Angels in the Outfield shit. That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
For those that don't know, he's the deadbeat dad.
I didn't know. I had to look it
in
up.
Angels in the Outfield. You didn't know that?
I don't remember. I don't
Oh yeah, he
remember.
was the deadbeat dad in Angels in the Outfield of the white kid. Remember the
He
white
didn't
kid?
look anything like him. He looked like
No,
a
he was
skater
dirty,
punk
dude.
with
Yeah,
the greased
dude.
hair.
He had long hair down to here.
Yeah.
And he said that like people still come up to him and like tell him what a shitty guy, what a shitty move that was.
Changed his life though. People
The
are
character.
like, I can relate. I know what it's like having a dad like that.
Yeah,
Left for cigarettes and never came back.
yeah. In this movie, that was actually the case.
He was talking about Danny Glover. Is that right? Was he in Angels in the Outfield?
Yeah. Yep.
He was saying Danny Glover tells me people come up and do the angel arm waving,
angel
dude.
wings. Oh my god! I bet they. Can you imagine Danny Glover at a Comic Con?
One time he said he saw
I'm gonna get another drink. Go ahead.
he
Keep
saw
talking.
he saw some other Angels in the Outfield people at a con, Tony Danza and Christopher Lloyd. And I guess they were sitting at a table, and he came up to him and he's like, "Hey, we were all in Angels in the Outfield, even though you guys were never in a scene with me or anything." He's like, "We all had a high five," and we're like, "Yeah." And he was talking about how across from his booth was Lou Diamond Phillips and how they were young guns together. And
Lou the Diamond Phillips.
what a blast it was making that film and everything.
Yeah.
He talked about Scream a lot and how impressed he was by Scream having 4 different race,
So you had to tell
race
me-
characters in the main part of Scream.
You had to tell me that he was in the newest Scream because I've only seen the first Scream.
He talked up that one girl that quit over Palestine, that Melissa Barrar or whatever. He said he's great friends with her and her husband.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
That's
He talked.
cool.
Well, in the
Lou Diamond's panel's tomorrow, right?
in this, I don't know. I think we might have missed it.
No, I think it's tomorrow.
Okay. Well, anyway, in the Scream that came out before the one he was in, it had those same 4 people,
Okay.
and so they just hung out with him in the new one. Like they were like, even though they were already for a unit, they're like, yeah, man, and they're all younger than him and stuff. They still were like cool with him. And
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how they should be.
So yeah, he said it was
Respect
like,
the OG.
It sounded like he had a lot of fun on that set.
That's cool, man.
And they were like, "You think you might come back?" And he's like, "No, I don't think there's a chance of that." He's like, "Apparently, if you saw that knife, it was like 9 inches long, and my head's only about 8 inches, so there's like a knife coming out the back." Of
Yeah, he ain't gonna be back.
He's like, I thought about maybe saying like, "Hey, what about a bionic eye for me?" And I
Oh,
come
there
back.
you go. Oh, now we're getting saucy.
He also liked it because he was like, it's not usually an adult being the killer. Usually you're looking
Yeah.
at the kids.
Yeah.
Even though he mentioned that, I guess it was like the mom in the second one, but it's like, who remembers that?
It was the mom, but the son
Yeah,
was
sure. It's like,
involved or some shit like that. I just remember somebody telling me.
It was a fun panel. I did want to ask him if he knew Dylan McDermott, though, and if they ever get confused about their names.
When you said there was a point where he knew for a fact that his name was Dylan.
I was going to ask
He said,
Dylan.
"I'm gonna go down to Dylan's or something like that," and I went, "You mean Delbert Mulroney?"
Delbert.
Dermot Mulroney.
Dermot the frog.
Dermot. Excuse me. Sorry.
Damn it, Dermot.
Damn it, Dermot.
And then Felicia Day had a lot of questions. They asked her about Supernatural and what that was like, and how she talked about how she has so much going on, and
Talked about playing games and stuff with her daughter.
and about how the internet could be good instead of you being used for evil all the time. It used to be good.
She very very much an artist. I mean, she spoke as an artist, and I'd love to interview her.
Like she said,
honestly.
she tried in Hollywood a lot. Like I saw on her Facebook, she posted a picture of one of her old headshots with like comments from a casting director or something. Just
What'd the comments say?
just not. Like criticisms about her appearance or whatever.
Sure.
And it's like, you know what? I'm going to do it on my own. They don't want me. I'm going to do it this way.
Right.
Talk about how, like we're doing. We're getting it out there.
We're doing we're having fun. And I mean, if people are watching
For the
this,
love of the game, dude.
that's it, baby. And if people are enjoying watching us, great. But I'm doing this strictly for fun.
I can do it for the money. Thanks, guys. Keep them rolling in. Keep rolling. You're trying, to make Cena turn heel, dude. You giving him the signal over there? Looked like I saw that Travis Scott guy acting like he was giving a signal too.
Dude,
I
you
was
are
like,
so mad.
I was like, is he signaling? I was like, he was standing in a place. I was like, so Cena couldn't even see what he was doing. I was like, are you signaling to Cody? You stupid idiot, murderer, murderer. That's why he didn't actually kill him. He was just singing while they died. My bad, guys.
Oh God, murderer.
Well, he's right at home in the WWE.
Can you tell we're a little slap happy because it's a little later?
Who was was it Snuka?
That killed his wife.
No, they killed somebody.
Yeah,
I don't know
killed
who
his
it was.
wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the murderer.
Or
I was
maybe not
thinking
wife,
of.
maybe
I wasn't thinking of
girlfriend or
Benoit. I was thinking of Snuka.
Yeah, Snooker's the one in the hotel room, and
Okay, that makes sense because I don't think we saw him in
Yeah.
the WWE game.
reminds
We
me,
saw
when does-
Ricky the Dragon though.
when does Darkseid come back on? Is that soon? Isn't that
It's
supposed
got to
to
be soon.
I think it's soon, and the first one's Hell in a Cell with Mick and Taker when he flew off the cage like a bird,
What's the dark side of that?
probably falling
Falling
down. Yeah, falling down. It's funny watching Jay. I watched a little preview of it. It's JR talks about it. It's pretty funny. He's like,
And then
he's like, here's this 300-pound man just coming at me. And I mean, it's
I wasn't ready.
really hilarious.
How do you prepare for that? You can't. You can't, son. Yeah, a lot of cool cosplays, and then we saw the cosplay.
Oh,
it
the
was like
cosplay was
day.
incredible. Yeah, costume contest was tonight, so you had all the cosplayers come out. Dude, there was a Vader there. Man,
Yeah,
that Vader.
he scared you.
He did. He was right behind me. I was like, shit. And I mean, this wasn't no
It was the best one I've ever seen.
Spirit Halloween Darth Vader costume, bro. This was like the one that comes in the fucking suitcase.
This is like Disneyland.
Yeah, like the Disneyland one that you buy from Walt Disney or some shit.
Well, he's walking around the park. You know, it's authentic.
Dude, I swear to God, he could have walked right into Star Wars Land at Disney.
His
and not
voice even sounded a little modulated. It might have just been because it was under the helmet,
You
but
said it sounded like Jim.
he did sound like Jim a little bit. Jim Morrison. It's like, hey, yeah.
And not that Jim Morrison.
My little niece had a good time. She got up on stage.
We'll talk about that's at the end of the day. We're not
Okay.
even there yet. We said hi to Alex Winter.
I think we talked about that a little bit.
No, we didn't. When?
I don't know. On the beginning of the show or in the car?
No, we have not talked about it on the show. Alex Winter, who of course played Bill S. Preston, Esquire,
Yeah.
in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, among many other things. Really awesome guy. Talked about when we went to his panel, he talked about how they partied a lot for Lost Boys. I thought that was kind of funny.
Well, he talked about going to the bourbon distillery. Is that how they make it? Yeah. But he's like 7 years old, and apparently, I guess they used to give like wet naps to taste the bourbon to
what
kids.
the hell is this? Can someone confirm this for us that's maybe a little older than us, that they used to provide alcoholic wet naps to children to sample alcohol with?
Well, there's no age limit on wet wipes.
I mean, that's true. That's why I'm asking.
Not to give any ideas to you under 21 kids.
I'm fascinated.
Don't go eat alcohol pads.
Yeah, please don't go licking towelettes, please. That's not what we're saying. Hopefully they know that. What the hell are they doing now on this show?
Even if it's a bourbon towelette, dude, I want to wipe my ass with that. But I told
Jesus, dude. Oh, you're killing me. So yeah, Alex was great. Who else did we come say hello to?
I do want to go talk to Dylan tomorrow.
You did?
Dermot, I want to go tell him that if we can go stand in his line.
You're going to go tell him that you think you're confusing his name with Dylan McDermott.
Yeah. I want to let him know. Maybe he'll change his name. Maybe.
I don't think you'll do it.
I don't think so. I'm definitely not betting on it, but maybe if enough people let him know that there's confusion going on. I also want to tell him, like, maybe you guys could do something together. Like, make a production company, dude, like I was saying.
What would you call it, D&D?
McDermott Mulroney. Or Dylan McDermott Mulroney.
Oh, my God, Christian. Jesus Christ. Oh. Oh, we're so...
Didn't you say you wanted to ask the Red Ranger question?
Yes. So what I was going to ask him, honestly, was it was very controversial when he came onto the show because
when they kicked those guys off.
Three of the other actors had left, and I was going to ask him about like animosity on the set, or if because I think David Yost and Amy Jo Johnson are the only ones that stayed.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't realize he was that old from the Power Rangers.
Yeah. He's the first. He was the first replacement Power Ranger, right?
So I thought maybe he was like one from the different
No, he was there due to the movie.
I understand now. I understand.
It was him, Karen Ashley, and Johnny Young Bosch, and it was red, yellow, and black.
I'm still convinced the original guys were in the movie.
That's not true. But anyway, so yeah, I've always been curious about that because there had to be, especially with all the shit that
they talked
that have come out about David Yost and what Austin St. John and Walter Jones were talking about, everybody not being on the same team and all this crap. I'd like to know the other side of it and kind of know what the people coming in felt when you have all this kind of back and forth animosity.
There weren't too many hard questions.
So anyway,
like
but
that.
I mean, it was of course Power Rangers is very passionate, so there was 1,000 questions. So again, I threw my hand up once. They didn't call me. I didn't throw my hand up again because I didn't. I mean, it was like number one, it may be an uncomfortable question. Number two, it would have brought the mood down. So you pick and choose your battles.
Sure.
Pick and choose your battles. What else?
You always have people asking, "What's your favorite so and so? Who's your favorite child?" They're like, "Yeah, we can't say."
Can't say.
Thanks for wasting all our time, guys. Think of a better question next time. I'm just mad at the world again.
Oh, I yelled at Steven Weber as we were walking in. You forgot about that part.
Steven!
That's exactly how I did it, too.
And then we walked by us.
He was completely oblivious.
You should have just kept yelling it every time we walked by him, dude. It's like, what is wrong with that guy?
Dude, you wanted me to go into his panel and do it.
It sounds like you'd be like that guy in not Billy Madison, but Happy Gilmore going, "Jackass! Steven!
Steven!" Made me fucking snort.
Steven!
Oh, God. But yeah, as we were walking in, Steven Weber was coming in from the hotel, and I saw him. I was like, "Hey, there's Steven Weber! Holy shit!"
They went the wrong way we did.
Yeah, everybody went the wrong way.
They got this bar there that smells like beef too. It's like the
my
Silver
God,
Star Lounge, dude. It smells like the
take
inside
it
of a
in
hot
that
dog
room.
or something.
I could not take it in that room. It was terrible.
It's like a buffet taco.
He'll tell you. I walked in there. I immediately turned around and walked out. I was like, I can't take this room.
It was like steamy, dude.
It was some kind of barbecue shit. I don't know.
Oh.
It was so bad. But yeah, it was not a good experience. Going into that room. What else happened?
Last call for Steve Downs. People getting their Halo picture late, dude. Last minute.
Dude, and yeah, you know,
They
those photo ops.
They kept calling Steve back. One more, man. Poor guy.
Dude, and you could kind of see him because the curtain was like, what's
Yeah.
the word? Translucent?
Transparent.
Transparent. So you could
You know
kind
how
of
it
see
is.
through
Just
it
one little thin
with
black.
the light on. So you could see Steve Downs like going. Because he had to take one more picture. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we walk over to say hello to Ron Simmons and John Bradshaw Layfield, the APA, for those modern wrestling fans. And, Christian, you almost knocked over Ron Simmons' table. You were so nervous meeting him.
I almost messing up a stack of his headshots, and I said, "Oh, I'll mess up your face." He's like, "It's okay."
He said, damn.
He slapped my hand away, dude, and slapped my mouth.
I thought he was going to beat your ass now.
Dermot Mulroney was talking about the Family Stone, and then how they're thinking about making another one 20 years later. And
You know, that's
and
a
he was
good
like,
one.
and everybody's in. They talked to everybody. Craig T's in. He said Craig T.
Apparently, that's what he goes by,
What's
like
up,
in his
Craig T?
daily life. My name's not Craig. It's Craig T. So
Yeah. If you have a child, you should name him Craig T.
I don't think so. I'm not. You can.
Would you
if want.
would you put that as like a middle name, or is it just like Craig?
Well, I'm sure.
Craig.
I'm sure it stands for something.
No, I'm saying if you wanted that to be your name, like Craig T.
Oh,
Or I mean, are you saying like you could be Ryan Z
A.
or Ryan A?
Yeah,
Maybe. I don't know.
but that don't flow as good as Craig T.
No.
You know.
I still think it's funny if you
think
just have the word Craig and put T on it, smash it on there, so it's like Craig. Craig.
Oh shit.
But he was also talking about, I guess there's a scene with Luke Wilson. I think he was in it, right? He kept saying Luke, and I think Luke Wilson was in it.
Or no, it's not Luke. It's Owen. Or no, it is Luke. I'm sorry. It is
Well,
Luke.
he kept
It is
saying Luke. I don't know.
No,
why
it is
to
Luke.
say
It is Luke. I'm sorry. It is
But
Luke.
he was saying, I guess there's some scene where they like fall over a table or something, and he was like,
Yeah, they're fighting,
Yeah.
and they're in the kitchen. It's hilarious.
"Yeah."
scene.
Well, he was saying that a lot of that was improvised. Like he said, that part was written, but the part where I slap him in the face with his own hand, I did that.
That was great.
And then he made up the part where he's like, "It's a new jacket. It's a new jacket."
It's a funny movie, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's got a stellar cast too. Diane Keaton and
I remember
that girl I
watching it at the
hate.
theater.
What's her name?
I don't
Oh
know.
hell, Red Eye. What's her name?
Oh,
Rachel-
gosh.
Rachel
McAdams.
McAdams. Yeah.
Macamans.
Rachel McAdams. I hate her. I absolutely cannot stand her at anything. So anyway, yeah,
Good
that's
thing
cool.
she's not in much.
Yeah, I know. Good thing. All right, guys. Well, we've been going for about we're not quite an hour. So
What time is it? This is like Saturday Night Live.
this
now,
is
dude.
10:30. Yeah, 10:30 is late, way past our bedtime. We'll hang out for about 5 more minutes if you have any questions.
It literally is Saturday Night Live.
It literally is. We're
That's
Saturday
awesome.
Night Live.
That's crazy. Who would have thought we'd ever come this far?
I wouldn't think
Four
so.
horsemen.
I wouldn't think so.
Forever.
Yeah, we'll hang out for about 5 minutes if anybody's got any questions about the con.
Or any requests they want us to do.
Yeah.
We thought about trying to tackle William Shatner to see if this guy was his security guard standing there.
Well, the same guy came out for Felicia, though.
I thought I saw.
So,
I'm sure it was the same
I think
guy.
it's
It
the-
looked like
I'm
a
pretty
similar
sure it was-
guy in a similar outfit.
Well, I can't be sure.
Maybe they're the same
I can't be
bodyguard
sure.
company.
Could be. I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's kind of what I was thinking. But yeah, Shatner came in with a damn bodyguard. And I told Christian, I said, dude, just rush him and see what happens. And I said, it'd be
Well,
great.
we weren't sure if
It'd be-
he was the
it'd be great
bodyguard or not.
content.
So we were going to find out.
Yeah,
Let's find out.
that's how we're going to find out is by bum rushing Bill Shatner.
Well, it's better than pulling out a gun and trying to like see if he jumps in front of the line of fire. That's what
Is this
bodyguard.
the bodyguard? Like Kevin Costner?
Clint Eastwood is in the line of fire, sir.
Fire.
But I mean,
man.
it was a bodyguard. That's what you do if you're a good bodyguard.
So let's see here. What goes on tomorrow? What we've got lined up here.
I was
Give
trying
me
to
one
get Zip to
second.
interview some cosplay people.
What we got here? Jason Isaacs is tomorrow.
Oh, I still haven't really seen him.
11. Hardy Boys.
Yeah, that
tomorrow.
was one that would be cool. For sure.
Fear the Walking Dead panel. Who the hell's there from Fear the Walking Dead?
I wouldn't mind seeing that. Maggie Grace and Garrett Dillahunt. You've never seen Fear the Walking Dead.
I haven't.
It's a spin-off.
No clue. What else we got? The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles panels tomorrow with all 4 voice actors. And that's it. And that'll be the con. It'll be about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It'll wrap up.
So
and that'll be one of the books. So we'll, again, guys, even though we have press passes and we're, press, we're considered digital press, which, we're still internally grateful. But it doesn't give you access to interview anyone and do all that shit. Now, what Christian is talking about, interviewing people, man on the street kind of thing, that could be fun.
I always like just hearing about their costumes.
Sure. You got to be on camera, though. You got to be on the spot.
I don't.
No, I mean, you got to be on, you got to hold the camera. You got to be the guy on the camera.
Yeah, I did fine with that when you interviewed that Leatherface guy. Remember that?
Huntington one? Yeah. I do remember that.
And his little handler guy, I can't think of his name. I remember that. That was a good time. We talked to a good Thor today.
We did. Oh yeah, there was a couple of good fat Thors in there that were really fun.
His hair was just completely in his face.
On
that
his
wig,
face.
dude.
He had a wig on. He was coming from the outside in, and the wind was just crazy today. And I swear he couldn't see where he was going.
Yeah.
So I opened the door for him. I said, "Dude,
I thought you
come
got
in
the door
here."
for him.
He's like, "Okay, thank you, man."
And then later on, we saw him, and he had sunglasses holding it back.
Yeah, and
we
he
were
was
like,
talking about
you got it,
yeah,
dude.
he was like, "I've nailed it. I've discovered the secret."
I told him, I was like, dude, I'm glad to see you got that taken care of.
You did. It took me a minute to understand what you were talking about.
Dude, everybody's my friend at the con.
Oh, dude, we all nothing but love at the Comic Con. That's why we love coming to them. Lexington in particular.
We're all our words.
So
here,
much
dude.
history.
With horses.
Yeah.
Bad streets.
Yeah, wild stallions.
Mad mushrooms.
But anyway, just having a great time.
Yeah, that was funny too. We thought they were talking about Bill and Ted when they were talking about wild stallions. Like, oh wow, he's bringing it.
We did look at each other.
He's bringing it all the way back to
I was like,
these
damn,
guys.
Bill's pretty sharp, man. That's something. No, that's not what he was. He was talking about wild stallions with the eye.
So what made him start talking about the baby seals getting clubbed and how the icebreakers come in? So these
that
people
was the
can club
question about him going to space.
Yeah, I know, but how did it get to baby seals?
He was trying to say that life is like a circular thing. I don't fucking know.
He was like, they don't use guns either. They club them. And I went, Clubber Lang.
Yeah, you said Clubber Lang.
Well-known seal killer. I didn't realize they killed baby seals too, dude. Jeez. That's terrible.
He was talking about the invention of Greenpeace.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And
was that why it was invented? Because people were clubbing
because they were clubbing seals on the St. Lawrence River in Alaska.
Dang. But do they really do that? Why do the babies? Is their skin better?
Because they can't swim as fast and they're not as agile. So, yeah, it's easier.
But, I mean, I feel like you get better harvest off a big one.
You get a bigger fight off a big one, too. So,
well, I mean, you can use guns. It's not like you have to club them, dude. It's not like you're in the arena. You fighting a big seal in the Coliseum, Maximus. Cut that water dog's head off, dude. Gosh.
holy shit. Okay, obviously.
They were like, seals were a bad choice. When they're trying out animals for the arena, dude.
I'm still laughing about you calling them water dogs.
Like water dogs, dude.
Never heard it put that way. As you could tell, folks, we are very tired. We probably should call it a night.
We've
thank
had a
you guys.
great weekend, a good time.
Yes, great time. Hopefully we'll have some more for you tomorrow that we will cover on next week's show because I can't do this again, and we have to check out anyway. So,
sure. Thanks, guys. Thanks,
Appreciate
Comic Con. Thanks, everybody.
Absolutely. For Christian, this is Ryan Zip once again coming at you from Lexington, Kentucky for the Lexington Comic and Toy Convention 2025. It's the Geek Zip Podcast. We'll see you on Friday.